I probably don't have to tell you what it feels like to get 10 views on a video. It's like you spend hours coming up with a topic for your videos, and then you get up in the morning, you get dressed, you sit down and you record a video, you have all these flub ups and mistakes, and you spend even more hours editing it, and then you post it and you watch it get 10 views. Yep, it really ruins my day too, like literally. But here's the thing, I've been there too, and I've figured some of these things out that I think are gonna help you. So let's get into it. Hey everybody, I'm Dee Dee, and you know what? YouTube sucks. I mean, I hate saying that word, but sometimes it just does. It's full of all these emotional highs and lows, and it's really a shame that we pour so much of our emotions into just one single video, just one video. And when it doesn't perform the way we hoped, it can feel like the whole thing was just a big waste of time, and then we have to summon the energy somehow to do it all again for the next one. Last week, I posted a video about being yourself on the teleprompter. I thought it was really good when I posted it, but honestly, I think somewhere in the back of my mind, I think I already knew that something was a little off. I was out of town when I was working on the video, and I was distracted. I mean, I'll admit it, I was very distracted, but I waited to the last minute to make my thumbnail and title, and I didn't give it time to really marinate in my head and think about it before I hit publish. And here's what I found out though when looking back. That video didn't bomb because YouTube is against me somehow. It didn't bomb because nobody cares about using a teleprompter the right way, because I think they do. It bombed because I could have done better and I didn't. And that's actually really good news because it means the problem was always in my control. So let's talk about what actually causes a video to not get as many views as you think it should, because I think you're going to be surprised. It's usually one of these four things. When a video doesn't perform well, most of the time, it's fixable. The first one is your thumbnail didn't stop the scroll. You may have heard this a million times, but I can't stress this one enough. Your thumbnail is your billboard on a highway. And I know I use a lot of highway analogies lately, but somehow they're working for me, so I'm gonna keep going. And somebody's driving past that billboard at 60 miles an hour, and they have about 1 second to decide if they wanna pull over or if they wanna read it. If that billboard isn't doing its job, they're gone before they even know your video exists. It doesn't matter how amazing the content is if nobody clicks on it. I don't care what niche you're in. Unless you have a humongous audience that'll click on anything and everything you post, that thumbnail matters. The second thing is that the title probably didn't create enough curiosity to make them want to click. Your title and thumbnail have to work together as a team, and if they're saying the same thing, you've wasted half your real estate by putting the same thing in your thumbnail as you are in your title. And if the title doesn't make somebody feel like they need to know what's going on inside, they're gonna keep scrolling. The third one is the topic maybe wasn't something people were actively searching for. This one's tough to hear, but sometimes we make videos that just aren't interesting and the audience just isn't searching for it right now. It doesn't mean your topic is bad. It just might mean that your timing was off or your framing wasn't quite right. And I don't mean this kind of framing. I mean the framing of the video and what you're teaching. And the fourth one, and this is the biggest one of all, the video wasn't made specific enough for one person. This is the thing that comes up in almost every single conversation I have in my one-on-one calls, or probably every conversation. So I'm going to spend a minute here talking about it because I think this is the root cause of more failed videos than anything else. I talked to a client just this week who's been posting on YouTube for over 2 years. 2 years of consistent hard work, and his videos, his titles, his thumbnails, they're all really good. But when I asked him who was he making his videos for, he couldn't really give me a specific answer. He's been talking to everyone who'd listen because he's scared that he's going to narrow it down too much. He's afraid that if he gets too specific, he'll run out of people to reach. And I feel this one, and I bet you feel it too. We all feel this way. So let's use my channel as an example. When you go to my channel page, it should instantly be clear that I'm talking to beginner YouTubers. I may also be clear that I'm speaking to people, specifically women over 40, but men are welcome too. But not only does it show here, but I say it in my videos. I'm very clear about who my videos are for. Now, here's the thing about my client that I was talking to. The moment we really started talking, something shifted. He started telling me about the thing he actually wants to help people with, and I could see it through the screen, like he lit up. There was a fire there. It was inside of him, and when he started this whole thing, that came right back to the surface. That's probably what he started to begin with. And that's what I'm looking for in every conversation I have. It's that moment when you stop talking about what you think you should do and start talking about what you actually care about doing. And that's where your audience lives. Your videos will always land harder and better when they come from that place from inside. It's a place of confidence. You feel like, oh yeah, I know exactly what I'm talking about. And when you know exactly who you're talking to, what they're struggling with, and why you're the right person to help them, that's gonna shine through on camera. So what do you do after your video bombs? First you gotta give yourself some grace, because beating yourself up about it's not gonna change the view count, and it's not a good use of your energy. Then you gotta get curious instead of discouraged. You gotta go back and look at it. Put a fresh pair of eyes on it and ask yourself honestly, which one of these things was it? Was it the thumbnail? Could I do a better title? Was it my topic? Or were you trying to talk to too many people at one time? You can always change the thumbnail and title, but I suggest changing one at a time to see which one has the most effect. So let's look at this video I had the other day. This is where I changed the title. You can see right where this curve drastically changed. And I probably should have done this within the first 3 hours, but I was in class all day and I couldn't get to it. And here's where I changed the thumbnail a few days later. Look at this, it jumped. The click-through rate went to 6.1%. So there is hope, even for older videos. But here's what I've learned. A video that doesn't perform well is information. It's telling you something. And if you can figure out what it's telling you, you're already way ahead of the person who just throws up their hands and says, I quit, and they walk away. So I went back and looked at my teleprompter video, and I knew pretty quickly that the title and thumbnail needed work. I'd rushed it. The script probably wasn't as tight as it could have been, but now I know. And the next version of that video is going to be even better because of it. Because yes, I'll do it again in the future. And yes, it will be better than it was the last time. Because that's another thing we should do. Repeat your prior content, especially if it performed well. Revamp it, give it some new life, and put it out there again. That's how this works. You don't get better by avoiding the videos that don't perform. You get better by figuring out why and doing it differently the next time. And let's face it, YouTube's going to hand you some really fantastically exciting days and some really deflating ones. That's just the truth of the matter. But I don't want you sitting at your computer at the end of a hard day letting one video's view count decide how you feel about all of it. You've put in the work, and that matters. Now let's make the strategy match the effort. And if you want help figuring out who your specific audience is or why your videos aren't getting the traction you hope for, that's exactly what my one-on-one sessions are for. The link is in my description. So come talk to me. And drop in the comments if you've had a video that didn't go your way. Let me know about it. I read every comment, and I genuinely would love to know where you're at. And if you want to learn how to use a teleprompter and sound like yourself, you can check out that video here. Don't be discouraged. Give yourself grace, because there are better days and better videos ahead. And I'll see you on the next one. Bye.